bungling and manipulation, while Pierre Rogers, who is defending Kahira Jones, blasted members of the constabulary force as being criminals. Dara Smith reports.
Michael Lorne resumed his closing arguments by telling the jurors that the prosecution is clutching at straws to present a case for murder. First, he drew their attention to what he described as a crucial 15-minute period. It was in the period between 6:53 and 7:08 p.m. on August 16, 2011. During that period, the alleged deceased, Clive Lizard Williams, sent his girlfriend a text message picked up by a cell site which placed him in Waterford, Portmore, St. Catherine, that Vybz Kartel had sent for him. During that period, a taxi took Sean Campbell, the star witness, and Clive Williams to Swallowfield Avenue, Havendale. This is where the star witness testified that he saw Clive Williams being attacked. He ran from the room, and on his return, he saw Clive Williams lying on his back motionless. Also during that 15 minutes, the star witness made his escape onto the road, stopped a taxi to take Vybz Kartel to the hospital after Kartel told him that he had been bitten by a dog. According to the prosecution's evidence, at 7:08 p.m., Kartel was at the hospital having had his wound dressed. Mr. Lorne asked the jurors if they believe all of that was possible during the 15-minute period. He then exclaimed, "The house must collapse. If it doesn't collapse, it must make you feel unsure, because the two cannot be right. The two cannot be true." Then there were other issues Mr. Lorne pointed the jurors to as the bungling and manipulation. Text messages sent by Sean Storm to his girlfriend about their daughter Lizzie. How much we deal with the things them for Lizzie? Mr. Lorne argued that the prosecution tried to manipulate the evidence to make it seem like a contract killing. He told the jurors that there are some important aspects of the evidence about which the prosecution has been silent. The fact that Sean Storm tried calling Clive Williams twice on the night of August 16, 2011, when the prosecution claimed he was already dead, and once the following day, August 17. Mr. Lorne then declared, "Sean Campbell was not a part of any plan, any common design. Where was the plan? A plan by who? The prosecution failed to show that plan. Their case has fallen down." Meanwhile, at the start of the afternoon session, Pierre Rogers, who is representing Kahira Jones, turned his attention to police personnel involved in the investigation, labeling them as criminals and questioning their behavior in the trial. This matter should not even occupy the time of a jury. In the face of it, there can be no doubt in my mind of a conspiracy. The defense attorney said he has heard civilian witnesses lie, but what has caused shame is the behavior of police officers in the case. He said he has never seen police officers lie through their teeth, lose critical pieces of evidence, find pieces of evidence, and not tell other police officers. Turning to Prosecutor Jeremy Taylor, Mr. Rogers questioned why he failed to address the manipulation of the call data records and other evidence. Mr. Rogers argued that Mr. Taylor did nothing more than facilitate the police in their foul plot. He added that Mr. Taylor failed to spot the inconsistencies in the evidence and that the prosecutor was now asking the 11-member jury to accept all that was said, including lies by the main witness and police witnesses. There are gaping holes in this tissue of lies led by Mr. Taylor. It all boils down to prosecutorial ethics. Mr. Rogers is expected to continue his closing arguments tomorrow. Dara Smith, TVJ News.
The St. Elizabeth police have recaptured 3 of 4 prisoners